Ever since I was little, I've been afraid to look under the bed at night. My parents used to tell me that nothing was under there, that I was just imagining things in the dark corners of my room. But I knew better. I knew that there were monsters hiding under my bed, waiting for the moment I let my feet dangle off the edge of the mattress. As I grew up, I tried to convince myself that it was silly to still be afraid of the space under my bed. There couldn't really be anything there. It defied all logic. But no matter how old I got, that lingering fear never fully went away. And so there I was, 23 years old, and still glancing anxiously at the underside of my bed every night before going to sleep. I made sure my legs and feet stayed curled up, not allowing even an inch to hang over the edge. But the worst part was that sometimes, late at night, I would hear noises emanating from under the bed, quiet rustling sounds or faint scraping against the hardwood floor. My imagination created visions of long claws or tentacles slithering out from the darkness, reaching for my dangling feet. I tried to ignore it, but the sounds grew louder and more frequent over the past few weeks. I attempted to rationalize what could be making those noises. Maybe it was just the house settling or pipes clanking in the walls. But deep down, I felt certain something sinister lurked under my bed at night. Exhausted and unnerved from lack of sleep, I decided I had to confront my fear. One night, I nervously knelt beside the bed and took a deep breath. "Don't look under the bed," my inner voice warned, but I had to know if my childhood monsters were real or imagined. Hands shaking, I grasped the metal bed frame and slowly lowered my head, peering into the darkness underneath. Pitch black shadows stared back. I reached for my phone to turn on the flashlight. A faint scraping sound made me freeze. Something was under there, and now it knew I was looking. Heart pounding, I turned on the flashlight and shined it frantically under the bed. In the farthest corner, two glowing eyes stared back at me. I gasped in horror as a creature snarled, baring its jagged teeth. It was covered in dark matted fur, with long twisting limbs and claws that scratched the floor as it crept towards me. I wanted to run, to scream, but fear paralyzed me. The creature's glowing eyes held me in a trance as it slunk from the shadows. I was knocked out of my terrified state when it lunged, snarling and snapping. I fell back with a shriek, dropping the phone. The thing retreated instantly from the light. Heart racing, I grabbed the phone and shined it around wildly. Now that I had seen it, I had to know what it was. But the creature was gone. My room was empty, with just the faint echo of scraping claws under the bed. I knew I wouldn't sleep that night, or ever again in this room. Frantically, I packed a bag and got in my car, driving away just as the sunrise peeked over the horizon. I never returned to that house. I tried to convince myself it was just a deranged animal that had gotten trapped under there. But I knew deep down that was no ordinary creature. It was the embodiment of the evil that I always feared lurked under my bed, finally exposed when I dared to look. Now, I face my bed with caution each night. I keep my feet tucked and try not to listen for noises below, because I know that whatever malevolent being haunts the underneath of beds is patient, and some night, in some dark bedroom, it will find me again. Emerging from the shadows when my feet or nerves dangle vulnerably over the edge,